Fiance, three-way.
Replay. The only way today.
All right, episode 8, all shook
It's
up.
good. Happy
How's
Monday.
it going?
Or whatever day this is. Is it Monday? I don't know what day of the week it is.
You're telling me.
Should we do
start off with
Natalie and Mike to get them out of the way?
Oh my god!
Get them out of the way because I hate them the most.
Get the worst out of the way.
This was all okay. In my opinion, I think that Mike handled this so wrong. You know, it starts off with Natalie. Trisha's trying to ask Natalie, "Hey, can you pick out a scarf? You know, it's for you. I made these." And Natalie just walks off. And then Mike and his mom go to the car that she's in and like, "Hey, what's wrong?" And he's like, "You know what? Your mom was very rude to me. And I spoke to my mom about all of this. And she said I should not continue to speak to somebody who is so rude." And that was it. And then, you know, they went back and forth. Like, what did she say? And Mike got really upset and frustrated, like yelling, you know, "Just say it. You think you're so smart, but you don't speak up." And then he
I guess
the
it's
door,
a recurring theme with her. That's why he's kind of fed up.
I think I do agree, but this made them look bad. This made them kind of look bad. Natalie said, "Well, listen," Trisha's like, "What did I do?" Natalie's like, "Well, you know what? You called me rude. You said that I was crazy and you didn't want me to marry your son."
Well, that was true.
And Trisha stood there silently.
But that's the reason why she's, I mean, she's bringing that up now.
That is rude.
She's been holding on to that.
That, and then also that, you know, how she treated her in the house, right? "Can you go rinse this?" And making jokes that Natalie didn't fully understand, but she knew that it was kind of against her, you know, when they asked, "Oh, how long have you guys been married?" "Oh, you mean to each other?" All those things were rude.
They were rude. But I think Natalie's also handling it, you know, way that's not constructive at all either.
Why?
Because you can see that Trish is also confused, so she doesn't know. And then to resolve an issue, if you have an issue with somebody, you should talk about it. But Natalie's just like, "I'm totally not going to talk about it, and I'm just going to act all mad." And the thing that's wrong about that is that she's confusing Trish by bringing up hella old stuff, like the wedding thing. Like, didn't she always say, "I'm going to try with Trish, I'm going to let it go and move forward"? But then at the first chance she gets, she'll bring it up again, which is like what she always does.
Would you say it's because they never resolved it? Natalie never brought it up and said, "Listen, I know that you called me this
because
you didn't want me to marry your son, and I really want to talk about it." She never apologized.
Even things that have been resolved, she still likes to bring up because that's her kind of personality. She's a bringer-upper.
She is a bringer-upper. I agree with that. That's probably something she should work on. That if you bring up something and you resolve it, it has to come to a close. You can't consistently or constantly bring it up every time you argue. "Well, remember that time?" Like, all right, it should be resolved, done. But I do kind of agree with Natalie in that Trish was rude to her. And she did say that, though. She said, "You made jokes about me. You made it things that I didn't understand." And Nat says that when Mike was like, "Okay, well, what did my mom say?" And then Nat is like, "Well, it's too inappropriate for me to repeat." But she did say that she called her a hooker. So Mike knew that part. So why didn't he just say, "Is it because you think my mom called you a hooker?" All right, well, Mom, what happened?
Yeah, and Mike's mom doesn't know like what she's talking about at all. So I feel like it's kind of like a mess. Nobody's totally 100% right or 100% wrong. Like there's wrong on each side.
But what do you think about the way Mike handled the situation?
I think it's frustrating when somebody's acting all mad and then you want to talk about it and they don't want to say anything. It's like, how do you resolve the issue with the person if they don't want to talk about it? But then they're just going to be all mad and rude. So maybe like his mom was rude, but how can he, like, what else can he do if the person doesn't if Natalie
It's so
doesn't want to
bad
talk
because
about it.
he's just caught in this rock in a hard place because he wants her to tell Trish all the stuff that's going on in her brain about like what apparently has happened. But at the same time, that's his mom, right? So that he doesn't want to have to disrespect her in any way. So I think he's treading lightly, but the way I see it is he just kind of has had enough of Natalie shenanigans. So it's like when you're patient with someone and you're trying to like baby them, eventually you're just going to want to explode because it's like they're not listening. So how can you get them to talk without losing your temper? You can't, right? It's like dealing with a child.
I can see that. Definitely, you can see they have a lot of deeper issues going on. Because I was thinking, like, if there was actual love in their relationship, you wouldn't approach it the way Mike did. You would go to that, you would go to your wife and you would show some compassion. He showed nothing towards her, like nothing. Like, hey, well, what's your problem? Like, what is it? And he's just like, in no way did he give her an opportunity to really feel like she can open up and say something, right? Like, if both of them are coming at her so aggressively, which I totally agree, she probably is kind of loco and she, brings up a lot of old stuff. But if Mike really wanted to do something here to repair their relationship, because that's still his wife and that's still his, that is his mother, he should have come at it different, like more compassionately towards Natalie. Like, okay, I understand. Yes, you feel this way. Okay, tell me exactly. I mean, I don't know. Would you consider that
Controversial
more of the
opinion here,
babying
but no,
thing?
I'm on Mike's side on this. I could see
Really?
it's just Natalie is just too damn much. I mean, we've seen this from episode 1 of last season, where it's like when she's upset, she won't stop, she won't talk, she won't say anything, and it's like he's just talking to a wall. So like she does it again. So it's like he just wants to clear the air between the two of them. So it's like, how can you baby an idiot, right? You at that point it's just like you just get mad.
Yeah, and the problem is also like in this situation, he wants like Natalie to be thankful to Trish for letting them stay there. So he probably especially feels bad how Natalie's behaving
I think
because he
that I
feels
would agree with
embarrassed
that too.
himself in front of his mom.
Because he did say he just wanted her to be grateful. Just say thank you. Don't be rude. You could have she could have totally approached this a totally different way instead of just being mad.
But what about last episode and how rude Trish was being? Like, would you then be like, oh, yes, or best,
Say, I
thank
love
you. I
you, but
love you,
like, thanks for being
mother-in-law.
a host. Thank you for hosting us. I mean, for a person who demands respect, she sure does not offer it.
Yes. Yes, this is true. She did, when she did mention things about like, oh, you're asking about my profession and what I want to be, and how I won't be making money. That one I didn't agree with. It's like, yeah, she's just trying to give you advice. She's just trying to tell you, like, maybe you want to reconsider because
Yeah, that's what she thought was rude.
Not be the
I didn't get that at all.
thing. It
Like,
may
that's
not
what you
really
think
happen.
was rude. I just wanted her to say, you called me a hooker. Why would you do that? You know what I mean? That could have solved everything.
Yeah.
I don't, because she's an idiot.
Why didn't she just say it? But why didn't Mike say it? But why didn't Mike say it?
I would agree with that. I'm like, tell her what your issue is. It's your issue with her, not my issue for you to fix.
Okay, yeah. I see that side too.
Things
do not look good for them, let me tell you. Yes, I feel okay with the next on. I feel like whenever they argue, I really don't understand where I feel like they're arguing two different things. Okay, so on the next on, they're fighting and they in no way relate to each other because Nat is saying, has your mom ever joked with your ex about calling me a hooker? And then Mike responds with, well, you do what you want and you do it despite having to step over people. You don't care. You don't give an F about anybody else. And that's how it ended. And I was like, wait, what? What does that have to do with each other?
Like they're arguing two different things.
Yes, yeah. I don't know if it was a cup. I was like,
I
didn't know way it relates. Yes, I'm curious to see if it was. If it's not, their argument makes no sense. They're like talking about two totally different things.
But I mean, they've always
The
been on
alien
like
planet.
2 different planets, right? Yeah. So I feel like it's I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Do you think that she was really a journalist? And
She
you
studied
No,
for
must
it for
not-
6
not have been a good one.
years.
She can't get a job as a journalist.
I would like to read some Natalie journal article.
Hey, she came out with some book. Do you know?
Did she?
She
Come
did.
with
Oh
it?
my god, I'd love to read
Yes,
We
Natalie's
should
yeah.
read
book.
that. I'll narrate it for you guys.
Yep. She does.
In her accent,
Mhm.
I have to practice.
Okay, in her accent. These are people who just don't see eye to eye. They're like probably totally normal with other people, but together they just clash constantly. Like, oh, he grabbed my ass. That is so nasty, so rude. You know, but like any other buddy, it's like, oh, how sweet, honey, you grabbed my ass. That's so nice. You know, like they just see opposites on everything, and it becomes a argument.
It's that alien belief, man.
That too. She's super religious. He believes in aliens. That was a sign. That was a red flag waving in their face.
How'd
All
you
right,
like that
let's do
workout scene?
Andre and Libby. I was like, wow. Yes, I like, you know what? Good for you, man. Staying in shape. Uh-huh. Yep. And then freaking Libby walks out. She's all like, hey, daddy. Oh my gosh. Man, you know these people get it on all the
I'm sure.
time, don't you think? Like I look at them like
That's what they
Just
said
like-
during
They just do it
the
all the time.
like the tell-all or something. Yeah, they said that they do it a lot. She says like it's a stress reliever for her.
That is his only
he's like,
job.
yeah, I
He didn't
gotta-
have
I
any
gotta do my
other
job.
jobs.
That's true.
Yeah, and he's
Right.
keeping up his endurance, you
For
know, he's
flipping
lifting
her
up them
over.
weights, making sure. Mm-hmm. Nice long sessions. Okay, so Libby meets up with her sisters and they talk about how they're going to squash everything for the sake of their father, who looked really disappointed that day on the boat, and it made them feel terrible.
Would you call that
And
making
then
up?
the girls make up.
It was like they left it in like
I know, right? They
warnings.
didn't really.
They warned each other. I know.
That's true. And you know it's gonna happen again.
I'm excited for the RV when you see them later, like on the RV, and he's driving, he's asking Chuck about the properties. And then Becky's like, well, every time you open your mouth, you just try to suck my dad back in with your manipulative ways. And then they get into it again. And Andre's like, come out. I can't drive this RV. I can't drive it. Come out here, Becky. I want to talk
Should have
to you.
just smashed the RV.
Do you
What's the
think they're
other-
gonna?
Jen.
Yeah.
What's the other sister's name? The middle one?
I also
Oh,
thought she
Jen.
was the
She looks like
youngest.
she would be the youngest, but I guess she's not.
Oh, okay. Like
She
you
does. Yeah, she looks younger than Libby.
think she looks younger than Libby? Wow, she had some good work going on then.
No,
Or maybe
she has
like-
she has
she's the only one who doesn't have kids, right?
because they were sharing tips on how to babysit
she
or
does?
something.
She does.
Ah.
What do you think about how they were both teaming up on Libby, and they were like, yeah, I mean, he's shady. Why does he show up to a house that Chuck is going to sell when he knows that Becky's going to be the one to sell it? Yeah. Do you think they were right to? And then Libby's like, well, you guys used to always say that he's not working. Now he's finally working, and you're still upset about it.
Yeah, I mean,
Whose side are you on?
There's nuance there. If you just because he's starting working out doesn't mean he can just do whatever he wants. They want him to work, but like work in a way that's not threatening their jobs.
Right. And then she's all like, well, you're like, well, he didn't even want to work with the family. He didn't even want to work with you guys. And then they're like, well, we never asked him to work with us. Like, he can go find his own real estate career. Tell him to
That was a
leave.
good comeback.
Not
that
be
was a
part of the
good-
family business.
That was a good comeback.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a family business. That means the girls and that
I
one
agree.
dude,
They all get a
Charlie.
say. Yeah,
Mhm.
I just don't understand.
Yeah. Do you think
Andre
this is a
here.
real?
It's like it's a family business that you want to work with just Chuck. Like Does he not get how family businesses work?
Is
Like you have to work with the family. You can't pick and choose who's in the family.
well, maybe he wants
No,
to
then
start
he
his
should
own
start his
business,
own
but with
business because
Chuck.
Chuck's in the family business.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. As in, like,
Correct.
he can't just take Chuck out of the family business and be like. But it seems like that's what Chuck is trying to do. Like he is trying to like just okay, I'm gonna
He did say that, yes.
have my own thing with
He did say that
Andre,
last
right?
episode.
From my understanding.
That he's just going to take him in under his wing because he doesn't want to get him deported. Which I think is the manipulation thing. That might have been the manipulative.
Good point.
Yeah, he said it himself. He doesn't care if it's gonna guilt
What an
Chuck, but
idiot.
he's gonna say what he needs to say.
You should just make OnlyFans money. Just don't work in the real estate.
I don't know. This is funny.
You'd probably make more money doing
Yeah,
it.
probably make a lot more money with OnlyFans. B will be the #1 subscriber.
Yes. All you gotta do is just make them videos, like take off your top, be lifting.
You're just
up
going to watch
them-
him work out?
them
You don't want
bells.
like bend over pull-up hearts? Oh,
I
okay.
mean,
You want him
yes,
to
that
build
too,
up
but it
to
has to start off
I got
slow,
it. I got you.
romantic.
I see it now.
The build up. Yeah, it's all about the build up. Yes,
Doesn't
I will
want it too
pay
easy.
$5 a month. And I'll just be drinking my rosé like I am today.
You can sponsor.
For the price of a cup of coffee a month, you can get Andre to stay in America.
Support his business. I'm down. Let's do that. Okay, let's go on to Kalani and Asuelu. They go to a sex shop, and this is like the first time, guys, that I actually see them getting along. They actually look like they could be a happy couple. Sex
That's
solves
all you
all
need to do.
issues. The end. That's it. The end. They go in
Well,
and they like buy a bunch of stuff. Mhm.
Well, I mean, that's the one thing that Asuelu was
That
like
was the
focused
one
on.
thing he
He's
wanted
like,
to
so-
fix in their marriage.
so-
All he cares about.
Yeah.
Does he get pom poms?
That's all he cares about. The pussycat.
They buy a lot of stuff. They buy like a whip and a ring and some other stuff. I like that sex store they went to. I feel like the worker was very natural. She's just like, oh, you want this huge
I'm pretty
dick?
sure
It's
she's very
yours.
familiar
Yeah,
with all
looks
the toys.
amazing. You know, she just right. She just felt very natural. Not at all.
You think it's
shaming
shameful
in
to get
any
sex
way.
toys?
No, but it is. I do think like in general it's taboo.
I think so.
Would you say?
Do you guys have sex toys?
Of course.
Spice it up.
Gotta spice it up around here. Many
Do you have
years of
a-
marriage.
Do you have
Do you have a whip?
handcuffs?
No, but that is a good
Mm.
idea.
You're not that kinky. What are you? What
No.
is your toy?
Yeah, we need
Don't
that.
say.
We need these.
I don't want to know.
You know, like handcuffs and a whip. I feel like those things. like
you have
take
30
time.
seconds.
We don't have time. We have mere
Whatever gets
minutes.
the job fastest.
Right. Nobody has time to
No,
do
just-
that.
yeah, try to-
You're not trying to savor
Yeah,
your time. You're
trying
trying
to
to
get done.
hurry it up.
That's right. I mean, come on, I got
Yeah,
screaming
the schedule
kids
is from like,
and
nobody
nobody has time for
9:15
all
to
of that around
9:20.
here.
They got to finish. Yeah, they're like 9:30 is bedtime.
And then
Wash
we're
up and go to
tired and we're
bed.
knocked out. Exactly. If
It's
we don't
not
do this
happening.
within this 5-minute window, it's not going to happen
Book for next
another week. Yes. Put it on the calendar. We'll try to make it.
You should try feathers.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Feathers,
doesn't
right,
have
that
to.
also takes
let's
time, but
recommend some
okay.
stuff that like will get it done the fastest.
Let me get Kalani's mom to come and
So
watch
what
my
did he
kids.
call him? The potato ring? You should get a potato
on,
ring.
girl.
That'll probably be good.
Oh, okay. Yes, I'll look into that. Mhm. The ring that does all. Oh my God! Yes,
Yeah,
yes, that ring that
magic
does all
ring.
the stuff, right? Then he said there was one that was like
Yeah.
a vibrator, and it had like
Yeah,
ears,
see? You
bunny
can get
ears,
the-
and it had
that
like
ring.
everything on it. Oh,
ring for
yeah,
you,
all right.
ring for
there you go.
ring for him.
That's like 2 seconds right there.
Everybody get a ring.
All right. Thank you for giving me some ideas. Yeah. One rank for you. One rank for you. Okay, so then they end up going to the cabin where Kalani
I did
said she
not
used to
peg
have
her
her
for a
Mormon
Mormon, guys.
boot camps.
I did not know that she was Mormon. Or
Oh, you didn't know
was
she was
Mormon.
Mormon.
She's no longer Mormon.
No.
She escaped from.
Okay.
She escaped. She
Okay, I don't want us to get banned. Mormonism is fine.
That's what she said.
She's no longer Mormon. Got it.
That's her words.
Okay, what do you guys think of sexy Asuelu? Asuelu making all this sex talk, innuendos, and sex noises. Are you for or against? Does it gross you out or does it make you laugh?
Yeah, it's hilarious.
I think it's funny too. What about
think
you?
it's
Will?
funny.
It
It's a
looks
little
like
bit
it.
pervy,
Yeah, he
though.
looks like he would be the
But
kind
it's
of
just
guy
his
that says that
wife.
stuff.
That's true. Yeah, but
That's all he
it's just 'cause
cares
he was
about.
like so hyper focused on it.
That's all he wants in this.
That's what I'm saying.
On Bumpas again. Yeah.
It's the good boom boom.
Okay, and then Kalani's like, oh, it's not only about sex. It's about communication. She's trying to bring it back to the communication, Kalani. And she has these exercises that she wants to do, which is look each other in the eye for 2 minutes and then talk about what one person would want to change about the other. And then when they look each other in the eye, Asuelu, I feel like he really took it to heart. This is when I think Asuelu does have some emotional intelligence. When he's all like, I look into your eyes and they feel very trusting. You have like kind eyes. And I'm like, what?
Well, see,
I'm, like,
that's
shocked
why
to
he's
hear this from
concerned
him,
because
you
everyone
guys.
thinks he's an
How about
idiot.
you?
And he's not. I think he's just having trouble expressing himself. But I don't think he's an idiot.
That.
Yeah. No, just
do you think so?
Just this episode.
Did you always feel
thought
that
he
way,
was an
or
idiot.
do you just only feel that way now?
Nothing.
Right,
I was
okay,
just joking. I think
So
I
what?
still think
What
he's
made
an
you
idiot.
change your mind this episode? What about you, Will?
That he's an idiot?
Well,
I don't
what's
think
your
he's an
opinion?
idiot.
Do
But
you think he's?
I feel like he's confused a lot, though. Man, I think maybe the language barrier. But I feel like his sentimentality in this episode is just another sign of his sort of like crying in the moment, but then taking it and changing it, like not being consistent later on. Like I feel like this is a trap. Like I don't trust
so
it.
good. I just think he's an idiot.
Were you annoyed at Kalani this
She's
episode?
ungrateful?
I was.
Really? Why?
Because she wasn't super appreciative of like all the stuff that he did. I feel like he's really
He did say
trying,
that
and
he
you gotta
was
like have
trying
these
and she doesn't
comments
appreciate
and
it.
like, yeah.
I do agree. I was even annoyed with her last episode when she's like, okay, but we have to bring my mom and the kids. It's like, no, girl, you need to try harder.
Why can't they just stay home?
Why can't she
needs to breastfeed them?
pump? She could just pump.
Yes. Yeah, that's what she said. Exactly. Yes. Like you're trying to save your relationship. Aren't you trying to save your relationship? You're saying that you'd rather get a divorce than pump
maybe she likes
for a
the
few
way
days
her
before
pom-poms look.
you have to leave.
That's why she wants to breastfeed.
She can still have her pom-poms. She breastfeed, she could pump like twice a day for a few days, maybe 3-4 days, to build that supply for when she leaves. And then when she's gone, she also will pump while she's gone, at least maybe once a day, once or twice. She could pump. And
I
save
think it's
that
just a
milk
good
and put it in the
scapegoat
fridge
to not
for
have
when
to
she
deal
gets
with
home.
Asuelu. I got a pump, so no pump, no boom boom tonight.
Now
Yeah,
I gotta
she's not
breastfeed,
willing.
you mean?
Go to
I
your
gotta
room.
breastfeed. Sorry,
Yeah.
you need your own room.
And she's not willing to pump, but she's willing to like buy a house.
Yeah, this girl's a mess.
Yeah,
I do love
Very
her. though.
suspect.
I do too.
Would you
I
still
mean, he
get a
was
divorce,
trying.
given what you know
I
now?
agree.
Yeah, would you divorce him if you were her?
About Asuelu? Yes, yep. He's totally rude to her. He called her like an effing bee, this and that. He's like, it's so mean to her.
Like she would never have even gotten to this point.
Yeah.
He would have divorced him a long time ago.
Yes. But I don't understand, what do you think it is about him that makes him like in the moment, like seems so sincere. Like find these moments where he's like, look into your eyes. It's so trusting. It's so kind. And then the other moment, it's just like his personality just changes, and he can't maintain that crying feeling, guilt, or whatever it is that he experiences when he screws up.
I also don't know.
I don't know. It's like emotional, ADHD. Like he feels really strongly
That's
one way,
bipolarity,
1 second,
dude.
the next second it's totally different.
You can't be like emotional 1 second and then like blowing
we
up
can't.
the same moment 10 seconds later.
Okay, or maybe it's one of those things where, like when you almost get into a car accident and you're about to die or something, and you're like, oh my God, I'm going to appreciate everything in life. Oh my God, these flowers, oh, so beautiful. Oh my God, I get to walk again and all of this. And then like, within 3 weeks, it's over. You're like, here I am Monday.
That's an extreme though. I mean, you gotta, it's like emotional regulation. It's like almost dying is an extreme. But we're talking about like him just living every day with his wife and being like blowing up and not being consistent. Like it feels so volatile, even though there's not that many like crazy events happening.
Okay, I can see that. Well, for me, on like one hand, though, I kind of understand it. So maybe
Bipolarity.
I'm also emotionally unstable. I feel like one moment I'm also bipolar. Okay, no, we are not doing some armchair diagnosis here. We don't know anything about it. But I will say that I forget. Okay, if there's something I'm upset about and I have an argument with my husband, even if I think he's in the wrong, I'll like forget about it within 3 days. I'm like, okay, what was that thing I was mad at?
But the lead up to the third day,
okay, whatever.
how many times you bring it up?
I'm a little bit childish in the Natalie way, in which I'll probably give the silent treatment for a while. But I'm learning to move past that. But maybe like I don't know, like once a day, forget. Like on the third day or something, I'd be like, yeah, whatever. All right, can you help with the kids? Change so-and-so's diaper.
It's time.
All right, 9:15. Got 2 minutes. But isn't that common? Okay, for example, if you're arguing with somebody in your family, like your mom, your dad, right? And you like get really angry, and then after that explosion or whatever, you're like, okay, I feel better and everything's fine. No, so you hold on. If you argue with your mom or something, you hold on to it.
Develop into unhealthy habits.
Mm-hmm. And so you'll stay angry for how long? Like a week, a month?
But I let it fester. Just let it fester inside.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Will?
I'm the same. I think it's different when you have to continue to interact with them.
She's married. She has to continue.
It's easier. Yeah. So it's like you're quicker to forgive because you kind of have to talk.
Right. And so maybe because he sees, so I guess my original thing was like, how could he be so mean and angry or whatever? And then start crying if he feels sentimental. Like maybe his thing is like, okay, he feels bad, but then he sees her acting normal, and everything is fine. Then he's maybe like, all right, great. Everything's really fine. Emotional. I didn't do anything wrong. We're cool.
To the point where he can just be sad and happy and angry all in the same breath. Like a child.
Like a child.
Oh, poor kid.
Yes, correct. Like a child.
Yeah. Yes.
I do like in this episode how when he was leading Kalani throughout the cabin, everything that he did, he would point to it and say romantic. He was like, ooh, he's an idiot. Look at those flowers, romantic. Look at that champagne, romantic. Look at that bed, romantic.
Did your brother do this? Your brother? How about your brother? Did your brother do it?
It'd be weird.
Now, remember how last episode he's like, I buy you pizza, and she's like, my brother does it too.
It'd just be weird if he does it.
Pizza.
No.
Yeah.
Have we seen her brother?
Yes, we have. Yes. Didn't he have like an afro, like curly hair or something? Like, kind of bigger dude.
I don't know. I don't.
Yes.
I've never.
We've seen him. We've seen him. Trust me. Go
Okay.
look him up. Oh, and oh my gosh. What about this? Asuelu doesn't believe in masturbation. So therefore she has to do that job for him.
What if she leaves and he's gonna believe in it? And he's done it before he got married. So what does that mean? He doesn't believe in it.
Well, maybe it's like, okay, once you get married, that's it. You no longer should be doing that for yourself. Your woman should be.
Well, I mean, I think there's ways that you can phrase that in a way that's kind of like, that's kind of like sexy. Like, oh, like it's hers. She owns this. It's hers to do what she wants with it.
Ooh, you should write some sexy novel.
But if it's like, this is her job, she has to deal with it whenever I want. That's different.
That is a terrible framing. Listen, this is your job. Your job to pleasure it. Your job to take care of it.
What else are wives
no
supposed
longer
to do?
belong to me.
Isn't that what marriage is?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Woman, you do what I say.
Time for your 9:15 job.
Woman. All right. And then they come up with a word to remember their good conversation when they were doing those conversation strategy technique things. And it's Afi, which is fire.
Oops.
And Samoan. Good for them. I hope it works.
Yeah, I'm rooting for them.
They're trying. They're trying.
I don't hate them the most.
Yes. Wow.
It's pretty. Opinions have changed.
Wow.
Opinions are changing. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So
Yeah,
you're getting drawn in.
I
by
still think he's an
Asuelu.
idiot, but
And he's trying.
charming little idiot.
Okay. That means a lot. Okay. Let's do Angela and Michael. Michael and Angela. Michael. Oh my God, this lady is doing
Hey, kudos
10
to her
cigarettes
for
a
losing
day.
40 pounds already. It's pretty impressive.
She did. Except for the fact that she might get a rupture, an ulcer that will rupture, and they'll have to cross their fingers that they'll be able to save her life. But other than that, good for her.
Yeah, we haven't seen much of Michael. He has kind of disappeared.
Yeah, he's sticking to the whole
crazy.
giving her the silent treatment.
I don't know.
What are your thoughts? Do you agree or disagree?
Like, I disapproved, but
It wasn't the best.
It's over. You've done it. So let's get back to normal.
Yeah, it wasn't the best time for him to try and pick up himself for the first time. He should have waited for a different occasion.
Oh, Michael.
Yeah, right. I totally. Why
Yeah.
now when she's going through major surgery? Now is when you decide you want to.
I think you'd have to
let
let it go once it's over and done with, and you can't take it back. There's nothing you can do. You gotta eat it.
Exactly. These are one of those times in your life that you may not never forget. Like, as in that person wasn't there for you. Have you ever had like something? It's like that could change your whole relationship. Like that one time that you needed somebody there for you and they weren't there, and you're like, that's it. It ruined the whole. This is done. It can never be saved. You can never recover from this. This is worse than you calling me a effing B.
Yeah, it does seem like that. But if they do end up getting divorced, I feel like it'd be probably in Michael's best interest.
I know that's true.
And Angela will get her revenge body. So I feel like everybody
considering
will be okay.
the Instagram photos, I think she's on her way.
Yeah.
She goes to see a hypnotherapist, and she tells him that she needs to stop smoking because she wants to get face surgery. I like how she calls it face surgery. I know, but exactly. It seems like she's like gonna rip off her old, put on a new one. And is it true that there's a success rate of 93%?
We need 10 friends to go with us.
That's
and see
amazing
if
it's true. I don't know. I'm really curious to see if it worked.
to stop smoking.
Would you do it? Would you do hypnosis?
What can I do with?
Oh, okay. No. Also, I saw there's like another show you can also do to like resolve unresolved issues, that you can go deep into your
No.
thoughts and memories.
The only thing I can
and
think
bring
of
them
is
out
like
and try to resolve
that
them.
one movie.
Did you do that?
What was that movie called? William, the hypnosis movie. No. The one
Which
with
one?
Inception.
Peele's movie, Jordan Peele's movie. Get Out. Yeah. No.
Oh, Get Out?
Hypnosis is evil.
I would be scared about.
Yeah.
I don't want to
same.
know my deep dark self.
That's why I keep it in
I don't
there.
wanna know.
Festering.
I'm sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I close the door and I lock it. I put a
Correct.
deadbolt. I
It's
put an
in there where no one
avalanche
can
on
see it.
it.
Why would you want to bring that out?
Well, you could just do it to like, for a certain goal.
Yeah, it'll work on me.
Like Angela, stop smoking.
Stop smoking. Done. Yeah, I don't smoke.
You said it would work on you? Right. And then this is the first time that Angela's ever heard of edibles.
A little. I
Are
thought she
you
was a party
shocked?
girl.
Yeah. Well,
But
she
she's an
has
old
smoked
Have
pot.
edibles
partier.
never?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's like
Edibles were not a thing
one of those
in
old
like the
broads.
60s. Yeah, I thought I
Good
watched.
point. What
many
about brownies
Cheech and
and
Chong
cookies?
movies? Smoking
That
and
doesn't
drinking.
seem like her vibe. Her vibe is like smoking and drinking in a bar at like 11 a.m. Middle of the day. She's like there's only two people in there, and she's dancing by herself, and she's hella loud,
Yeah, I
laughing
can
at
see
her
that.
own jokes.
I've met those
Like that's her
people.
vibe.
She seems like one of them.
That's Angela. Okay, so that was all for
He's
her
gone.
story. I guess we're never going to see
They wrote him
Michael
off the
again.
show.
Michael is gone. Yeah, Angela's shuffling a lot though. She's also doing like
that's why-
homeschooling for 5
she's
kids.
kind of a trooper.
Oh man.
I say let her smoke, man. She's got a
She
lot on her
is.
plate.
And she's recovering from surgery, and she's probably
No.
working.
Well, I think they're putting so much pressure on her because she's, it's on national television. So her success or failure, even if it's by her own fault, if she fails, it's going to affect poorly on the surgeon. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. All right, let's see. Actually, they didn't even talk. Oh, no. I was going to say the next song for Angela and Mike.
She goes crazy.
Oh my God. So she goes to some, I don't know, phone store or something where she's trying to get them to turn on the tracker for Michael's phone. And then she calls him and she's like, okay, can you turn on the tracker on your phone? And he's all like, do you hear the way you hear the way you are talking to your husband? Who the hell do you think you are?
Yeah, that's
That
good.
was amazing. I was like, wow. Oh my goodness. And then Angela, she just went nuts. She was like, let me tell you something.
So
You are an ugly
stupid.
son of a bitch. Son of a bitch, son of a bitch, son of a bitch, son of a bitch. The tech dude is just laughing.
Like, I feel like if Michael was there in person and they had an argument, like Angela would punch him in the face.
But would you
Oh
allow
my,
a
she
tracker
Right?
on your phone?
would.
Same. It's weird.
I,
No, why? For what reason?
No?
No.
But why?
I mean, but why not? Maybe like, oh, what if
But
something
that's not the
happens to
intention
you?
of the
I
tracker.
just want to make sure you're okay.
That yeah.
We
that's
live. I
not the
live here.
intention
You
of the
live over
tracker.
there.
Yeah, exactly.
But what does it matter if? What does it matter if Angela tracks his phone? What is she gonna know about where
Yeah,
he's at? How does she know if that's not
Also,
the
I'm not an
grocery
idiot. I
store?
would
If
just
that's
leave
like
the phone in
his
my house and get a
girlfriend's
new phone.
house.
Yeah, I'll turn on the tracker, baby.
There you go.
You've been
Yeah.
at home all day. Sure have.
Mhm.
You, like tape the tracker to a goat.
It's yeah. Like, why are you circling?
It's like walking around in the
Don't worry
backyard. Walking. And then like she FaceTimes and then accidentally, accepts it. What the hell? Meh.
Dumb. That would be a good story.
That'd be a good storyline. I like
They should
that.
do that for our enjoyment.
What do you think has that into Mike. I was so shocked. And he's like, who the hell do you think you are?
It's the auntie.
Yeah, I think so too.
Auntie got him all riled up.
I want to hang out with those aunties. You know what the funny thing is about? I was thinking about this, that
I think so.
where are they? Nigeria? Where's
Nigeria
Michael
sounds
from?
correct. Oh no. Are we bad
Is it
people for
from-
not knowing?
Okay. No. It's not. I don't think
I
it
mean,
is
say it in the
Nigeria.
Angela way. Michael's from Nigeria. No. Is that right? No.
Okay. Nope, that doesn't sound right. Okay, well, anyway, they're always talking about being submissive to the husband or the men. Okay, we have to be submissive, but they seem so like loud, strong women. Like, loud, strong. They like laugh at things. They're smart. I don't know. Like this is like in a way it contradicts each other or something.
He is
I
from
don't know.
Nigeria.
Like, I want to hang out with them. I want to have fun with them, like with his aunts and his family. They seem like a lot of fun. It seems like Angela would have fun with them too.
Well, they did have fun during the wedding, right? Like they're all dancing and stuff. But culturally, Angela is...
Yeah, she's not going to bend to no
she does
man.
what she wants.
Okay. Okay. So when it comes down to the decision-making processes, they will defer to the men. All right. Well, I'm sad. Okay. Okay, let's move on. Let's do Julia and Brandon.
About Angela.
Wait, do you guys have anything else to
No.
say about them? Mm-hmm. All right.
No.
Will?
No.
Okay. Julia and Brandon.
I really dislike Brandon, but go ahead.
I'm just... Yes! He looks so bad in this episode. They arrive at the party, at Ron's party. They did half of the decorations for Ron, the other half for Brandon and Julia. And then they also bring in Minister Brian to come and say a few words. And then they're pissed. Brandon and Julia are just freaking out. They're super mad. All of a sudden, Brandon decides that this is where he's going to draw the line, that where he truly realizes that his parents don't give a crap about his opinion and their boundaries, and that he's going to speak up and walk out.
Yeah,
of the
he really
party.
did that in front of everyone, huh? Would you have walked out even though you specifically said you
Yeah.
don't need to do this?
On one hand, I kind of see where they're coming from, because maybe they do always give in to everything about Betty, and they were really adamant about this one, and she still didn't pay attention. But on the other hand, they should also expect this of her.
Yeah, but I feel, like for me, I don't know. I feel like it hit close to home. Like I can feel the frustration in it. It's like you deal with something for so long, so much, and like the ones, even if it's something stupid and crazy and dumb, and you know it's dumb, but it's like what you want, like the one thing, and they can't even do that, and you just go crazy. Like I can empathize with that feeling. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I could see why he was so mad, and I also like from like, even though the mom has like, I could see her point too, but at the same time, it's like, good intentions, it only goes so far. It's like your good intentions are not worth as much as like my specific request of you. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you're putting your intentions above like what I specifically asked. So, but at the same time, you're trying to pose it like you're trying to think about me, but you're not
Yeah,
actually
didn't
even
listen
listening
to
to what
him.
I'm
That was
saying.
the
You're just trying to do
problem.
what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
But he came off really ungrateful.
Yeah, he did.
So what do you think about Betty saying he never would have done this if it wasn't for Julia?
I don't
Julia's
think
the one who's turning
she's turning him against her. I think I see it more like the two of them thought that they were going to be on the same page about things, and Betty seems to just throw a wrench in all of their, plans, so to speak. But Brandon has never just spoken up. Like he agrees with how things should be with Julia, but then when Betty gets in the way, he just never spoke up. So I think he just finally was just like, that's what Will was saying. Like he finally pushed back. It was a buildup.
Yeah, I think it's actually good. Yeah, it's actually good for him because it looks
Yeah.
like he's actually starting to grow up.
No,
helping
she
him
wants to
grow,
baby him.
and Betty doesn't like that.
Or maybe she just wants a little bit of respect. Okay. As a mother, I totally see Betty's side. She's like, what? What do you mean? What
We'll
did
get out
he
of your
say
hair.
that got her all mad? When he's all like, yeah, he's like, well, I'm just going to get out of here or something. And she's like, wait, what?
Yeah,
You're
that
just
was
going to
rude.
phrase it like that? I'm just up and out of here or something. You're not going to say, thank you, mother. We appreciate your help. We're just going to try to find a place and, you know, try to grow. We're going to try to grow together as a couple and as individuals, you know, responsibilities of our own. But we appreciate everything you've done, which Julia actually realized that in the moment because she came off kind of hard too. And then she moved back on it.
That was pretty rude, I thought. Where he was just like, he was kind of acting like he was better than this situation. You know what I mean? Like he could do it. And he's like, I don't need you. I could do this on my own.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, if you could, you should have.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we'll see. Like, it comes to those kinds of conversations.
Yeah, it's
where
like,
at the
let's
end, each
see.
party's
Let's see
like,
what
well,
you
all right
got.
then, go ahead then, do
Yes.
it then.
Yeah. Oh man,
Yeah,
can you just
exactly. So let's
imagine like
see.
eating
So,
it and asking?
I'm excited to see.
Like the day that you can't make rent, you're like, Mom, I can't make rent. What do you do? Right? You're just like, you're so proud. You're like, I'm gonna show you I can do it all on my own, and you can't do it.
No,
Ooh, I wait.
no. If you have that conversation,
You better, you better
you're
have like
short on
6
rent,
months
you better
worth
do it
of
OnlyFans that
savings
day.
ready for the month that you can't pay rent. You better whore yourself out.
You better go on Craigslist. It's like,
yeah, I would stay ready, like, just waiting. Be like, I thought you could do it.
Ron and Betty are probably going to have their like wine glasses or champagne and you know pop the champagne and cheers. Yeah, we
like,
told
you.
you.
No, you can't come back. That's what I want. I want it so bad.
Well, they wouldn't do that
Ron
because they're
seems
like
to be
controlling them.
The guy who's gonna be like, no.
But Betty, you know, Betty's the ultimate leader there. She's always like, Ron, like he goes off the handle, like, right, like starts saying all this. And Betty's like, Ron.
Oh, good.
And then he calms down. He like grounds himself. It's crazy.
She's interesting. Betty.
She's amazing.
She's an interesting lady. Yeah.
Betty, give me
How to
write
Control
a book,
Men.
lady.
Is that the book title?
I read it. Yes.
How to Control Husbands
And your son.
and Sons
If I
by
have
Betty.
a son, you know, I'm gonna need to read it. Yes. And if you had a daughter, what would you do
Can't
to
control
control them? Your manipulation tactics are amazing. I need to take a page out of that. Yeah, because Julia says, I mean, because this never felt like our home. I've always felt like a guest here. I never felt like this was my place. And Betty's like, well, wait a minute. Like, we love you guys. We were trying to do you a favor. And now you're throwing it back in our face. Like we did something wrong. Like, you know, what? That's amazing. That's an amazing argument, Betty. Yeah, exactly. And then that's when Julia realized, okay, oops. Yes, I should start off by saying we appreciate everything.
They came real heated. That's why.
You.
They're just like, these are a list of grievances I have, mother.
Yes. All the things we've held in for many, many months.
And then
Brandon's like for years and years, his whole life. Yes. No. Can you guys relate?
It's hard to think of both things in the moment.
I let my issues fester inside my soul.
What do you mean you never explode? You never exploded on your mom?
She'll cut me off. Exactly.
Not until you have the money to be cut off. Then you will be able to blow up like Brandon.
Just like spew out of my soul. I don't know. I've never had like deep mommy issues like that. That's like pretty severe mommy issues, I think.
What do you mean? That's totally basic for moms to like cross boundaries or not respect boundaries
I've been
with
pretty
their
explicit
kids
about like boundaries, and parents have always respected it. So that's probably the difference. Correct.
Yes.
I've never had
That your parents
weird
actually
issues.
listen.
The only issues are like
Oh.
money issues. Money issues will
Wow.
ruin any family. Oh
Yeah,
God.
oh yes, especially when
Yeah.
somebody passes away
Yeah.
and if things
You'll
are
never hear the end of it.
unresolved.
Yeah. While people are
Resolve
alive,
your stuff, people.
get all that stuff in writing.
Yes. Right. Yeah, especially as parents. If you're a parent, you have more than one kid, get all that stuff written down. You
Yep.
think your kids won't fight over something, but you never know. Better to just have it all right now. All right, we digress. They ultimately agree to just go ahead and let them try and move out on their own. And
Yeah,
like,
it was
good
just so
luck.
funny
Ron and
when it
Betty
was
are
like,
like,
you've
good
never
luck.
paid rent. Well, I paid
Good
one.
riddance.
No, I never paid rent. You never paid electric bill. I paid once. I'm like,
But I paid the
you've
water
never
bill.
done any of these things. You're not ready.
No, but you don't know until you do it, right? Like, how are you supposed to? I mean, I guess he could have done it while he was at his parents', but
No, but I mean,
that's something
budgeting
you just got to
purposes,
move
he
out
doesn't
and learn
know what
yourself.
it takes to live on your own. You know what I mean? Like he thinks it's just rent, but the expenses pile up, especially now that you're married and you have to support your wife on one income. That's what Ron was saying. Like you have one income and it's not going to be easy.
Right. But I feel like he has been very cautious about that because he's always telling Julia whenever she wants to move out, he's like, you don't understand. We're gonna struggle. It may not be a nice place. It's not gonna be the thing,
Struggle
builds
builds
thing you're
character.
thinking about.
They should still do it.
Right. I agree.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but
want
Julie
that.
She
can work
can be
now.
a wedding planner now. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
so
true.
She
She
could
should
be a
have
go-go
an
dancer
OnlyFans.
and probably make a lot of money there too. Okay. Anything else with them?
No.
Nah.
All right, let's do Ronald and Tiffany. Tiffany goes to her mom's house with the kids. They're doing Christmas tree stuff. And I have to say, I really like Tiffany's mom. I feel like, it's like when you see your daughter make a huge mistake, or like, let's say a family member, a cousin, somebody that you know really well, and they're making a huge mistake and you maybe warn them, and they also know that there's a lot of red flags, and then all of those things come to fruition, and it's like, well, you put yourself here. This is what you asked for. This is what you wanted. Here you go.
Her mom's
And
seen
that was
the show
basically their
before.
conversation. Yes. Oh, okay. Right. As in, like, between her and Ronald, or between Tiffany and like her exes.
Given that Daniel was a product of a failed relationship, she must have seen the kind of guys she goes for. They're not quite upstanding citizens. She's seen the show.
She's seen it before, time and time again.
It's
I
crazy
know.
because
What
Tiffany
is it
so
with
smart.
like smart girls making
She seems
bad
so
choices?
smart. Like she has her head together. Like Kalani, exactly. These ladies are so smart.
Yeah, that's a line from
Love
Noah's
makes you do
favorite movie.
crazy things.
Yes, it's called Wicker Park.
Love makes you
Everybody.
do crazy things.
He had his own situation.
Yeah.
Wicker Park situation. So she's gonna go to South Africa with the kids because she wants Ronald to, be with them, which I don't blame her for either. But it's like, oh, what a terrible position to be in. And then the mom is like, yeah, you want to go
That's a
check
good
out
plan.
the car before you buy it.
Would you stay for 3 months though? That's a long time to be gone. And don't she work?
That's a long time, right?
She's
Does
a
she
mua.
work?
She does. She's a makeup artist.
Okay, well,
per
that's okay
diem?
because
Yeah,
that's
per
it's
diem
kind of
gig.
like a contract. Yeah, like on call or something,
I
right? It's
know.
not like something where you
How
have
do I
to
get
be
one of
there
those
every
jobs?
day. When you find out, let me know.
Oh, that still seems like
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans. Well, you just have to
That's
walk
true.
around in a bunny
Show my
suit
legs?
and make a video.
Yeah, okay. I
Like
could do
show
that.
your
I
legs.
started OnlyFans.
Show your hairy legs. Yes.
That's right.
Mhm. Something for everyone out there. Do you like
I'm
Tiffany's
not
mom?
really getting a lot of personality wise. She's kind of one dimensional. So don't know that I like her. I don't dislike her. I have no opinion.
I do
Well?
think that the things that she says make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like even from the first episode, it seems like she has like she was level-headed.
I can imagine her telling her daughter, like, listen, I've made these same mistakes
No.
before too. Learn
You
from
gotta
my
learn
mistakes.
from your own.
Okay. That too. But
That's
she's
Yeah.
made
true.
her own mistakes also. So come on.
She's
She's like,
not.
probably, when are you going to learn, honey? When?
I don't think she's gonna be able to learn anymore.
Yeah. Maybe this will be her wake up call. This relationship right here, she'll
sucks.
learn. I know, because she has a daughter by him, and it's such a sad situation.
He does.
Because he
Yeah.
does seem like he loves his kids.
He's probably a really good dad.
He
He's just a really shitty
really does.
husband.
I think
Yeah.
so. Yes, in person. Probably a really shitty husband in person, but he's a great dad. That's hard. That's a hard thing for a mother to
How do you reconcile?
decide between. Yes, that's the word I'm looking for. Exactly. And on the next
Did she bring the
episode, we see
kids?
that
I
she's
missed that
on the
one.
plane to South Africa. She did. She had her son and the daughter. Mm-hmm. And then we didn't have
See
any
them next
Jovi
week?
and Yara this episode. Yes, Jovi is talking to Yara via FaceTime, and she's saying that she feels terrible. She has like a terrible, terrible
She might be
headache. Do
pregnant.
you think she caught COVID?
I'm just joking.
No.
Can you imagine getting pregnant after like you have a
Wow, that'll
3-month-old?
be.
Yeah.
I mean, it happened. My neighbors across the street. Yep. 3 months. Okay, and then Kalani's going to tell Asuelu that
No,
she went to
man.
the divorce lawyer. Do you think she should?
So stupid. But I guess he's
I
going to be on
know,
TV.
right?
So then he's going to ask, like, you want
Ugh.
a divorce lawyer? Why?
Yeah.
I want to see my options
Like,
for
yeah, I was
divorce.
just curious about it. Whatever. Just brush it off. Yeah. Remember that time we were having a really rough
Yeah.
patch? Who would blame me? Would you blame me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree.
it's only inconsequential.
Nothing
Nothing
happens.
happened
There's no
anyway,
reason
so
to
why
tell.
tell?
Just too inwardly focused on
Mhm.
keeping secrets. It's not even a secret. You didn't do anything bad. You inquired. You had a question and you inquired. You didn't do
Yeah.
anything malicious.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Framing. And the other ones we all covered. We covered them during.
Who's
during the
your
couples.
Who's your couple of the week?
It was a good episode. I liked it.
Yeah. Who's your go-to couple? of
favorite
the week?
couple?
Who are you rooting for this week?
Okay, who am I rooting for? I'm
Me too.
rooting for Kalani and Asuelu.
Me three.
Yeah.
I would say
Looks
like
like
they were
we're
the most
making couple
entertaining
goals.
this episode.
Couple progress. And then who is your couple that you hate the most? Should we call that? Who is your least favorite couple of this week?
The worst
All right,
couple.
1, 2.
I think we're
3.
all going to agree
Mike
on this
and
one.
Natalie.
Mike and
Mike
Natalie.
and
But I want to continue to watch them and like
You're
their
not
hatefulness towards
exhausted?
each
I'm
other. I just
so
want to keep
tired of
watching
hearing
this
your
train
stupid
wreck.
voice. Oh man,
I want to watch it some more.
I was watching it while I was at
They're
work,
so
and I was like, "God,
dysfunctional.
this woman is exhausting."
Well, if you
I
don't
was
take it
thinking,
seriously-
They're both exhausting.
I was thinking this man is exhausting.
They're
How
both
dare he
exhausting.
pick his mother?
Yeah. So with that said, thank you to everybody who gives us a 5-star review. We really appreciate it. If you haven't left a review, please do so on whatever podcast app you use. It really helps people to find us. And also want to reiterate from our announcement last week, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/90day
So long.
Fiance 3-way replay.
You can't even say it without laughing.
It's
Just
not
right.
long. It's just right. It's just right.
I will put a link in the description so you don't have to type it out.
For you.
For
Thank
you.
I'm doing it for you.
For you. I'll do it for you. All right. With that said, thank you, Dylan. Thank you, B. Anything else?
Bye-bye.
right.
Look forward to next
Bye.
episode.
Bye.
Bye.